So, Ed, we met you almost 5 years ago when you were working at Qualcomm as Senior Director of Staffing and Government Affairs. You created a one-day experience called the World of Work, where kids learn programming and Arduinos, but really their strengths, interests, and values and how it connects to the global marketplace. And I remember our kids leaving that saying, this was the best day ever in my life. And I thought, school should be like that for every kid every day. Same experience with BizTown, a one-day experience where our fifth graders get to go and try on a job for a day and are thoroughly engaged with being an adult in an adult space, making money, and being part of a community. And so over time, we asked the question, could this be every kid every day in our classrooms? And since then, our governing board has invested and doubled down in developing the only one of its kind solution for career development starting in kindergarten through 12th grade. And now it's become a revenue generating opportunity for the district. And how did that happen? Scott, what was your first idea to start thinking of, well, we can actually monetize this and create a permanent revenue stream for the district?
You know me, I'm cost conscious, fiscally conservative, and I saw this as a huge investment. We're putting a lot of money towards our students and our teachers and creating a product that's we think is very valuable for our kids. And so I think we talked amongst ourselves and, why can't we monetize this? Why can't we go out to other districts, not only in San Diego, but California, nationwide, and provide the same, if it's good for our kids, why can't it be good for all kids? And so in my 20 years in education, I've never really seen a district bring money into it somehow. And I know there's a county office that has a software program that helps special education students, but other than that, I've never really seen that. So anytime something new, I want to make sure that we're following the law and guidelines. And I reached out to Joey at Best and Krieger and had his team really look at that. How do we make sure, if we're going to do this and make revenue for our district, how do we bring it in legally? What's the best way to do that? And like many things we do here in Cajon Valley, we're very innovative, and this is no exception to that. So I think not only is it trying to cost recovery of our big investment up front, but we have an ongoing cost. We have NEPRIS for our students, that we're having that hands-on experience. We have strengths, interests, and values that our kids need to know, and there's a cost that are ongoing. So how can we find a revenue source that's not only paying us back for our investment, but also providing new content as we go along? How do we bring money in to support our budget, what we're spending on our own kids, and bring other kids in from the nation into the same program that's we're seeing the benefits already in our district.
And some of the early questions, Joey, were have you thought about a trademark? Have you thought about a copyright? And it's a whole new arena for us. We didn't have answers to those questions.
Yeah, so I think the first question really to answer was, can a school district actually make money off of intellectual property that they developed? And we looked into this because it is a novel idea. There are only a handful of districts that are doing something like this, and we determined that the Ed Code does have a provision that allows school districts to copyright, trademark their intellectual property, and have the district receive proceeds from the intellectual property created. And so that was really the first step, to sit down and say, okay, yes, you can do this. And then the next step was, well, how do you do it? And so we developed some agreements with the partner that you're working with, which is Anywhere, to come up with a plan to say, okay, Anywhere, we've got this product. We've got, if we got a trademark and copyright for this product, will you market it? And then, we'll be able to you as a district can get the proceeds. So to not only recoup the money that you outlaid initially in developing the intellectual property, the product of World of Work, but in the future to get money to keep an ongoing revenue stream well into the future to help develop more products for your students and to support what you're already doing. So that was a big part of it. And I think, again, I've been practicing, in the area of public agency law and education for over 20 years, and this was really one of the most exciting opportunities that we had to partner with a district to really get an interesting product off the ground. And so it's been very exciting. We were able to get the trademark for your World of Work logo, copyright for the materials that were produced. And so I think that was really the important part of this. So we determined that this was not only a legally sound project, but also from a financial and economic standpoint, really a win-win for the district. My firm has done a lot of copyright and trademark first, but it was my first copyright and trademark for a school district. So that was really exciting.
And then recently we've been at several trade shows and the California School Boards Association. Sharon, can you talk about some of the marketing aspects of the World of Work and the behind the scenes work your team's doing?
We were able to recently attend the California School Board Association conference and set up an exhibitor booth, and it was an excellent opportunity to be able to share about the World of Work and the product that we're selling with school board members and superintendents from all across the state, and get that direct connection to be able to share with them what it is that we're doing and the benefit that it can provide to their school districts as well. And then coming up here next week, we plan to attend the Learn It conference in London and be able to share with a global audience of educators and change makers about what we're doing and be able to generate some more interest with a global audience. So working with our resale partner, so far we've been able to make over $100,000 of sales.
Wow.
And the district's portion of royalty revenue that we've received is over $40,000. And a good portion of that will be ongoing revenue as districts continue to renew their subscriptions and continue to subscribe year after year. We'll continue to collect royalties, and we're really optimistic and excited about the interest that districts are showing. We've got a contact list of people that we've made at all, people that we've met at these conferences that we can follow up with and continue to share and spread awareness about the World of Work.
So there's the physical resources, but then what you referred to in terms of ongoing revenue, that would be like a Netflix subscription?
It would be a digital subscription to the online resources on the World of Work platform. So we've got the curriculum kits that the students and teachers use in the classrooms that are being sold as a one-time cost. And then there's digital subscriptions that are annual cost for the online resources, as well as the different components from the third party with NEPRIS and the Super Strong Vita Navis.
Yeah, I know that we only finalized this agreement with Anywhere, I think in December of last year. So I know that there hasn't been a whole lot of time, but I'm interested to know, like, how much has this been marketed, and how many areas have you tapped into, and how many contracts are we already looking at?
Yeah, so what's been great to see is not only do we have the World of Work here in California, but we've also got clients already in Texas, Utah, and Illinois, and we've got several districts that are interested in other states as well. So we're really excited to see how it progresses as the program continues to grow.
And this work has garnered some global and national recognition and attention. We've been asked to present at multiple stages: ASU GSV, California School Boards, NCDC, and now Learn It. Talk about some of the global impact and some of the connections we've made along the way that are significant to us.
Yeah, well, there is a global focus currently on jobs and careers, the world of work. We know it's changing, it has always been changing, but we expect radical changes as we move deeper into the 21st century. As such, governments, states, governors, mayors, are really concerned about will we have the talent to be able to take on these new and fascinating jobs that are evolving. So it becomes critical for us as a school district to ensure that all children are prepared for this future world of work. And because of our work, because of the innovative nature of the things that we're doing, that our teachers are doing here in our district, there are entities that are taking notice. Researchers are starting to take a look at what we're doing. Because our work is research-based, there's deep roots in career theory that we believe make very specific links between our students, their interests, their strengths, their workplace values, and where they can find their place in the world of work. And that's what very large student loan guarantors are interested in as they're funding student educations. We know we've reached more than $1 trillion of student loan debt. There's a greater concern than ever to ensure that students can know themselves, know their options, and make informed choices. And that's direct language from our partners. So as they're funding students throughout post-secondary education, they want to ensure that they're making good funding choices, that they are awarding funding to students that can finish with a degree that will lead to a career, so that they don't end up getting saddled in deep debt and fall further behind. So we're excited to be partnering with these entities. We're excited to hopefully announce some partnerships this year, and we just look forward to continue to develop the work in our classrooms, because really that's where the innovation is taking place. The fact that our classroom teachers are deploying careers education integrated into curriculum in the classroom starting in kinder, and maybe even more importantly, that students really like it, that students are excited about it, and we know because they're telling us. So we're very excited about this work and our partnerships.
What have you seen in terms of our site visits and the work of our school sites and our teachers and our principals?
I think our teachers, principals have been outstanding. I think anytime we can have adults, visiting adults on site with our students, it's a great opportunity for them to show off their skills. I think students in most cases are excited to meet with new people. So having people from the world of work stepping into the classroom to see the work is a huge bonus actually for our district. But I think that we've seen that when visitors come and see students doing the work, that's what gets them excited about doing the work too. So as Scott mentioned, if we believe that this is good for kids, one of the best ways to be able to connect other districts to the good work is by inviting them to come and see the good work so that they can take it back to their regions.
Well, the work is great, our kids are benefiting, and thanks to Joey and this team, we're now generating revenue back to the general fund, recouping our cost, and hopefully providing for ongoing sustainability regardless of how the California budget goes in terms of its ebb and flow. Thank you for your work.
Thank you, Superintendent.